Hey you guys, it's Kyle with Markham Reptiles, and today we're going over the top 3 reasons that corn snakes make great pets. As you guys can see, I have Tinkerbell here, and she's a het A-male, het ultra, motley corn snake, and she's absolutely beautiful, and she is a wonderful pet. So I figured we should do a video on why corn snakes make such great pets. And we had your help with this one, you guys. We asked you this question right here on Instagram, and you voted with your likes and your comments to decide this top 3 list. So we're going to start backwards, counting from number 3. And number 3 was actually a 3-way tie. So the first part of this 3-way tie is going to be colors. Just like Tinkerbell here, corn snakes come in a bunch of cool colors. I was actually lucky enough to see a paradox corn snake owned by Rock Creek Corns at the Berryville Reptile Expo recently, and I'll go ahead and link that expo video in the description below. That was a really cool expo, and shout out to Rock Creek Corns. They had some really cool stuff like scaleless corn snakes, and that paradox was absolutely insane. That's a 1 in a million animal. I've never seen another like it. But corn snakes in general come in a large variety of colors, and they are absolutely beautiful animals, so that is one thing that does make them a great pet snake. The second part of the 3-way tie for number 3 is another great thing about corn snakes, and that is they have no difficulty with eating. Once these guys get established as hatchlings, it's pretty much just autopilot from there. They eat every meal with no issue, they take frozen thawed with no problem, and they'll eat pretty much anything you put in there. Like I fed this girl birds, rodents, all types of stuff, all frozen thawed, and she crushes everything with no problem. So they're absolutely great at eating whatever you put in there. They're not skipping meals, and they're not going to have any issues with feeding. The last part of the 3-way tie for number 3 is exactly what I'm doing right now, and that is handling Tinkerbell. Corn snakes are very easily handleable. We actually made a top 5 list of the most handleable snakes. I will link that in the description below as well. And corn snakes were on that list. They are a very handleable snake. When kids come over here, my kids' friends, my kids themselves, my nieces, my nephews, all that type of stuff, I will hand them Tinkerbell, and she is a very handleable, great ambassador animal that's really pretty, and the kids definitely like to handle her, or people that just aren't used to handling snakes like to handle her as well. Corn snakes are very handleable, and that is another thing that makes them an absolutely great pet. Moving on to number 2 here, we have a 2-way tie. And the first part of that 2-way tie is corn snake care is relatively easy, you guys. I actually made a video on how exactly to care for a corn snake with my buddy Dan from Shack Scales. I will link that corn snake care guide in the description below. That's a must-see if you're interested in corn snakes. It details exactly how to care for corn snakes. So that is down in the description below. And Shack Scales, my buddy Dan, has some beautiful corn snakes as well, so I'll go ahead and link him in the description below. Big shout out to you, Dan. But corn snake care is relatively easy. These guys are native to North America, though they've been bred in captivity for a number of years. They're naturally native to North America, which means that if you live in North America, they're going to be able to deal with that climate relatively easily because that is their natural climate anyways. And that is one of the reasons that corn snakes are so easy to care for. And that doesn't mean you should slack on their care, but it means that it's not as hard to learn as care for some other species. And that is a huge plus to keeping them as pets. The second part of the 2-way tie for number 2 is going to be size. These guys get to a very manageable size, you guys. Tinkerbell right here is a proven adult female, meaning Tinkerbell is a mom. She has had babies. And I actually have some footage of her daughter. Her daughter looks just like her. She's like her twin. But yeah, Tinkerbell is a mom, so this is a proven breeder adult female, you guys. This is an adult corn snake right here. Corn snakes don't get very big. They get to a very manageable size, you guys. And that is another reason that they make absolutely wonderful pets. And that brings us to number 1, y'all. And the number 1 reason that you guys chose for why corn snakes make great pets is that they are docile. These guys have a wonderful and chill temperament, you guys. They're really sweet animals, and that really is a great reason that these guys make great pets. They're super nice by nature, and that is why I can pass them to kids. That is why they're handleable, and that's another reason that they're easy to take care of. So them being docile does kind of tie in with these other answers here as well. And it is absolutely true. Corn snakes are docile. They're very chill. They're very nice, and they have a really nice temperament, you guys. I've never had a problem with a corn snake of any sort, and they have always been really chill. When you're looking for a pet, a lot of people don't want something that's very defensive and stuff like that. So corn snakes are pretty chill. They don't mind being handled. They don't mind being interacted with, and they're definitely docile animals. Now, I want to give a big shout out to Cascade Corns for letting us use footage throughout this video. We've shown off some beautiful snakes from Cascade Corns throughout this video, and they're working with some really cool corn snakes. We have linked you guys in the description below. Big shout out to Jeff at Cascade Corns. And I want to give a big shout out to Rock Creek Corns. I actually shot the footage myself that is used of them in this video, but that paradox corn they have was so cool. I'll go ahead and link them in the description below. I want to give a big shout out to Russell DeBritz. Russell DeBritz allowed me to use footage for this video as well. Shout out to you, Russell. I have linked you in the description below. If you guys want to participate in our next top 3 or top 5 list, you're going to need to follow us on Instagram at Markham Reptiles. Our Instagram is linked in the description below. You should definitely go ahead and join our community on Patreon as well. Our Patreon is linked in the description below, and you can get some really cool behind the scenes footage, and you can actually request the content that you want on Patreon. I make content just for people who ask for certain videos on Patreon that is members only and exclusive to our Patreon members, and you can literally request what you want to see and get some really cool, like I said, behind the scenes looks at what is going on here at Markham Reptiles, as well as getting the first shot at new animals that are available, which can be a huge plus, you guys. And that Patreon link, of course, is in the description below. Please check out our partner Reptichip. They are a premium producer of coconut chip, and we have linked them in the description below. We have linked all the participants whose comments were used in this video in the description below. Big shout out to you guys as well. Shout out to everyone who is watching this. If you're thinking of getting a corn snake, they make wonderful pets, and this is a great step in learning more about them. So shout out to you for taking the initiative to check out this video about corn snakes. Shout out to Tinkerbell here because I absolutely love her, and she is silly. She's kind of tying herself up right now, but she is an absolutely beautiful girl and a really cool pet, you guys. So definitely don't forget about corn snakes when it comes to pet snakes. They're amazing animals, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful day.